May 2025, while everyone is fighting over AI coins and celebrity tokens, a 24-year-old Mexican kid was about to flip the entire meme coin game with just a ChatGPT subscription. But this wasn't your typical pump and dump. This was something the crypto world had never seen before. A coin so stupid, so anti-everything that the trenches stood for, that it accidentally became a revolution. Meet Rico, the guy who took a meme that was literally making fun of derivative coins, turned it into the most beloved community in crypto, and proved that sometimes the best way to win is to do the exact opposite of what everyone else is doing. While others were trenching for pennies, he was building something that would make him more money in creator fees than most people see in a lifetime. In this conversation, Rico breaks down exactly how he identified the market inefficiency everyone missed, why backworking is actually the future of meme coins, and the psychological moment he knew Chillhouse will flip both of its parent coins. This isn't just another crypto success story. This is a masterclass in community building, viral marketing, and why sometimes the best trade is the one that makes everyone else laugh. We have the Chillhouse dev in the house. Thoughts on Chillhouse?
Opinions on Chillhouse?
Yeah.
Considerations on Chillhouse?
Yeah. Well,
can't believe you're interviewing a guy who launched a double derived farm coin.
Yeah, we're gonna go in details from that, but what is Chillhouse? Like, explain to someone who never heard about it.
So it's a combination of Chill Guy and House Coin.
Yeah, this.
And yes. And the thesis for Chillhouse is you buy the coin, you chill at your house, and eventually you'll be able to afford a house. This is the future of blockchain technology right here, guys.
That's an interesting flywheel.
Finance, what we've been working for. DeFi summer, fuck that. On chain, no. Chilling your house.
Okay, so that's two meme coins, right? We get Chill Guy, because we're gonna have people they never heard about this. You know, it's a different space out there in the real world. So we had Chill Guy. What was the top of Chill Guy?
780 mil.
Yeah, something like that. And then the top of House Coin
is 120 mil.
And now House Coin is at 16. Okay. And Chillhouse, you are at 12.
We're at 12.
So the maths are not mathing yet.
Not yet. There's a market inefficiency right now, and we're trying to fix it.
Okay, so let's get into the detail from that, because
it's an amazing arbitrage opportunity right here, folks. Not financial advice.
Okay, so I went to 27 million, and I think if you've been in crypto for a bit, you heard about Chillhouse on Twitter and all that. But I want to know, how long have you been in crypto? What brought you to meme coins? And then after, why the F did you decided to dedicate your life and your time to push Chillhouse?
Man, you're asking the real questions. So I've been into meme coins since day one. Like, I got into crypto last cycle. I bought Dogecoin on Robinhood for like 2 cents during the GameStop debacle, and like I instantly like did a 4x the same day.
Okay. You bought on Robinhood?
Yes, I bought on Robinhood.
That's some elements we use for IQ test.
Yes.
But that's good. 4x. Okay. Yeah. What happened? Did you cash out?
That was my first trade ever. I cashed out, and then Dogecoin decided to run from
your first
8
trade
cents,
ever in
and then it ran to 60 cents like 2 months later.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. You 4x on your first trade. You're not gonna complain.
Dude, profit's profit, man.
Yeah. And what were you doing before crypto?
Well, I'm still pretty young. I just turned 24, so I would have been 19 at the time. And this is right after COVID. So I was still like, no, COVID was still happening here. Like, lockdowns were still in place up until like people got vaccines. So
Okay.
it was still like COVID lockdown technically for me. So I was mostly just like on Discord playing with my friends, like Fall Guys or like Among Us or whatever.
Okay, so you were basically like studying or some shit like that, and then
Oh yeah,
just chilling in your house.
yeah. I had like my first. Yeah, I was chilling at my house. Yeah.
And so the Dogecoin happened. It was on Robinhood. What happened later? Are you comfortable to say how much you made roughly with crypto?
I've made the most with Chill House so far, around like I would say like around like high 5 figs, but I still haven't hit like a 6 fig mark just because I'm just terrible at trading. I really like the full port things. That's my biggest issue. Is that I loved full port.
So how much did you make with Dogecoin back then?
Dogecoin? I made like $600.
Oh, okay, so you were starting, like starting already with your small pot, $600. What did you do with those $600?
Oh, that's a good question. This was so long ago, so I don't even remember. Probably like on like some video games or something.
Okay, so you didn't reinvest your profit. You went into
I was like
something
free money.
Yeah. So what happened next? What did you do after this episode of Dogecoin that leads you to trading memecoins on Solana?
So, well, I've been like in crypto since like 2021, like not like super consistently. Like I wasn't like really on Twitter because back then it was still kind of like, it was still WAGMI vibes. And also it was like more so like an older crowd. I feel like the Zoomers my age who trade meme coins didn't come in until like last year with like pump fund and everything.
Yep.
So I was mostly kind of like a straggler. So like I would like lurk on Twitter, wouldn't really post. I would just look around. I would do research. I actually, how I really got into like crypto is that I bought a graphics card and I started mining Ethereum on it. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I was making like $8 a day. And I was like, free money, dude. Literally, I had a money printer on my computer. And I thought it was the coolest shit ever.
Yeah, I mean,
and I was
you don't factor the cost of electricity in this, right?
Oh, no, my parents are paying for that shit. So
so it's probably it was like $4 or like $6.
Oh yeah, dude. I probably like was costing my parents like an extra like $100 on the electricity bill.
Yeah, that's funny as hell. Okay, so you did that.
So, and then we'll just fast forward. Like I had a really bad like thing with perps. Like I really don't like perps at all. Like I would get liquidated for like $30, trying to long something.
Yeah.
But we'll fast forward up until like when meme coins really like kicked off around like I would say around Dog with Hat and like when Bonk came out. So I went to ETH Denver and I met this VC guy and he told me to buy GigaChat coin on Solana. And like he had the suit and everything. And I'm like, this motherfucker, this guy's cabal. So immediately while I was in Denver, I downloaded Phantom Wallet for the first time. I loaded up with $300. I bought GigaChat at like 6 mil and it instant like 5x'd. And wow. I was like, holy shit, this is like where we're going to, where it's just like pure meme coins. Because before it was all just dog coins, so we had Doge, we had Shiba Inu, we had Doge on Mars.
When did you sell your GigaChat? So for people who don't know, GigaChat went to $1 billion market cap. So it's like you could have like a crazy.
Oh yeah, no, I see it. So this was my original run up on like Solana meme coins while we were still.
When were you in East Denver?
It was late February. So see that tiny little bump right there?
Yeah, you see,
like that little.
I always ask people. You always ask questions like that to see if the
February,
lies adds up. So
you gotta
late
put
February.
it on log, dude. You gotta put it on log. So see that little green up ramp? So
probably.
I sold like around there at that top.
Yeah.
That very first like little bump right there on the chart on the very, very left.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, right. And then the next coin I bought was Bowden.
Oh
yeah,
was like Bowden was good.
I bought Bowden at like 11 mil.
But man, like, hey, wait. How come you made only 5 figures, 6 figures if we are?
Because I'm a round tripper, dude. I'm a professional bag fund gambler.
Okay. Have you ever considered like subscribing to Handsome Finance? I think he has good tips on how to manage your bags.
Likewise.
I'm kidding. So when did you buy Borden?
So you gotta put this back on log again. So this was still like super early. So I would say around this like first consolidation area. So see this like second red candle right here? That's where I bought.
Okay.
Right there. Well, around March 8th.
Yeah.
How do you say it? People were buying Bowden, right? But they were expecting like a buy the news event on like the presidential talk. And then I bought right after because I knew it was gonna be like like the Bitcoin El Salvador thing where it's like just to sell the news. And then I rode up until I think 50 millish. Like on the 15th. So see that big candle right there?
Yeah.
Right there. That's where I sold, and then I was up like 60 bands within, I would say, like a week and a half of the average meme season.
That's insane.
But if I held for like another 2 weeks, I would have been up like 250K.
Yeah, but that's I mean, yeah. Also, if you time it like perfectly, do you sell on the way up, or you just like one clip at some time, like, okay, 60 band, I'm out?
Oh yeah, I'm just one clipper out, dude. I don't really like,
No,
very much
we're not gonna DCA out. Okay.
Dude, I love to do a FSH, a full stack.
Okay, yeah. And the H stands forward. I think it's for one of your favorite historians.
Full stack house.
Full stack house. Okay, got it.
Full stack house, dude.
Wow. So you had some insane trades, and you were early into meme coins. You were early because it's like that.
I've been here since the very beginning.
Yeah. How does it feel that everyone made it around you except yourself then?
Not really, because it's all on me. Like you shouldn't really like focus on others. That's what my mom always told me. You gotta stay in your lane.
That's true. Before Rico shows us how he turned this lesson into a 75K success quick favor, more than 70% of you are not subscribed. If you're finding value in these real crypto stories, hit that subscribe button. We are building the realest community in crypto education, and every subscriber helps us bring you more conversation like this. So it's literally free for you. It grows my ego and we get more guests. Now, back to how Rico discovered the meme coin opportunity everyone else missed. Yeah, it is insane. Like at 24, you probably have around like 6 figures to your name. That's like way better than most of your peers probably in real life. And I think like the project now you have with Chill House, that's probably what we're going to talk about right now, is going to be a lot more interesting. But I want to twist the knife a little bit more, if I may, because you had those 2 insane trades. So how did you not manage after to be able to go around 7 figures? Because you were like super early in meme coins, had some really good calls from the beginning.
So I think it's just more like a psychology thing, because eventually, for me at least, the number just gets so big where I don't even it doesn't register as money anymore. So I become willy-nilly when it comes to I'll do some really good trades, but then I'll get very willy-nilly with it. I'll be very reckless, and I'll get overexposed on a shitty trade or whatever. And how do you say it? And eventually that's when the psychology kicks in, and I'm like, oh, I just lost $10,000. And then after that, I'm like, holy shit, I just lost $10,000. I could have bought a car, or I could have gone on a nice vacation. So once you start going downhill, the money becomes real again. And I'm assuming that's what happens with a lot of people. When you go up, it's like, oh, it's fucking video game points. You're just trying to get a high score. But once it's going down, it's like, man, I could have changed my life. I could have bought a new pair of shoes. Yeah,
that's true. Man, thanks for sharing this. I think that's important, and it's crazy how when we trade, we really play if it was poker chips or video games, and it's this own economy. But when we're in real life, can still try to save $20 on a flight ticket, and you don't know why. Could have just
It's like-
avoided to go into a bad play instead of like.
I know.
It's
It's like
crazy.
I could have like not like thrown away 2 Solana, but like I'm like trying to like not spend an extra $2 on guac, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was at the friend's place and I showed him. I placed few trade in the morning. I said, oh yeah, I lost 1,000 on this one. He said, fuck man, that's a lot. I said, yeah, but look at the 2 other one. I made more. But it was like, yeah, but you lost a lot here. Like, man, it's like, no, it's not much. And then I was like, well,
And
actually,
they're like,
it is much.
I'm not trying to get a soda. I'm
is
not trying to
much.
spend too much today.
Yeah. What is your style of trading? Like, how were you? Like, were you a trencher? Like, you were going early into the meme coins, or you were more into big narrative plays?
So I fucking hate trenching. Like I'm like the most like anti-trencher person there is. I'm very boomer when it comes to meme coins, just because like I knew how like the game used to be before, where you would just buy and hold stuff, like with Doge, and you would just like relentlessly bull post. And so my main strategy, like while trenching, like over like last year around November, December, January, was my strategy was usually I would let the trenchers, if it was a good coin, I would let the trenchers fight in PvP, and then on the first 80% drawdown, that's when I would buy my bags, and that's how it would filter out if it was just like a PvP coin, if it was just a daily runner, and I would just do all my filters mostly on Gecko terminal, like. To see if it's a good coin or not, and then that's how I usually make most of my money.
Got it. That's interesting. How do you time when the 80% drawdown happen? Because it could be overnight and then recover when you wake up.
Yeah. So usually, that's a good question. So, oh my goodness, this was so long ago. So I'm like trying to think. I'm so bad with this. I'm a little shy. So.
Take your time.
So I'm like trying to like figure out like how you would used to scan on Gecko. So I would usually do like a 24-hour filter, or like a 32-hour, depending on like how like deep the trenches were, and then I would sort by. Sometimes I would sort by like least amount. So the biggest trade I got with this like strategy was Rismus.
You say you were doing that on Gecko terminal?
Yeah, well, I used to do it on Dex Screener, but then once they introduced the boost, it was kind of hard to find real coins.
It was impossible. I remember that, like, it was like disgusting. So you go on the 24 hour.
So I would do how much? Oh my god, how much vol I would do? I would do at least like 250k in volume.
Okay.
Oh, well, actually, I would do. So if I was doing deep scanning, I would do 250k in volume. But if it was like I'm trying to find like a coin to bounce, I would do at least a mil in vol.
Okay.
In volume.
Okay.
And then I would do my filter for anything under 10 mil.
I'm gonna put chain on the Solana. Vol, we're gonna put 1 million.
At least a million.
Yep.
And then max market cap 10 mil.
Okay.
And then I would do around like 18 to 24 hours. If I was really risky, I would, especially around like the Frank D gods, like post Trump, pre Libra, I would do 8 hours for a bounce. Because
so
I remember like
here you put minimum 8 hours.
Yeah, minimum 8 hours.
Okay.
But right now, since the markets are like have gone back to like coins,
it's
I
really
would
different
even like new buyers.
Would you buy Altman, for example?
Oh, of course not. That would be a trencher derivative. So I would just buy trencher.
Yeah, it's like,
and then a lot of these,
big one, like Grok Room, for example, went minus 60%.
Yeah, but like around the time during like AI meta and like TikTok meta, this would be like a really good strat because you would find like good bounces off of here.
Yeah, that's true.
So like I would find Rismus, like Suitcase, like all that jazz right here.
Yeah, that makes sense. Interesting.
Yeah.
So that was your strategy, which seems like, to be fair, a quite good strategy. Rismus went quite high as well. I got into Rismus with my TikTok coins, so there's like a that's a good one. And if you want to trade actively for trenching, there's no better tools than Stock Fund to be your companion because they have the best technology. They use AI, and they use algorithm to find the best meme coins. But what I love the most is the custom dashboard, where I can put everything, personalize it how I want. For example, here I have everything happening on Twitter from the most important account. I can launch a coin right from here as well, link to the tweet. I have the movers tab, which is an algorithm used by Pump Fund. I have Meme Radar, which is one of the proprietary algorithm from Stock Fund, where it actually use AI, and some of the calls today did 122x and 71x. If we check at the other algorithm they have is print scan, and this one called a 20x and a 6.1x. And here we have the trending. So as you will see, as soon as they pick up a coin, you will see it here. This changed my life. I used $100 of capital to trade when the market was down and run it up to $80,000 just using this. So if you want to actually get out the trenches and build some serious capital, you should consider trying out Stock Fund. It's talk.fund. Easy to remember. And then what happened then?
Yeah, so we'll continue onwards. So the dynamics switched from like, buying like cold coins, remember like September with like Mitch,
Yep.
like with Sigma, XD. Then it became, and then once the TikTokers came in, there was this certain shift where it was like, so before the game was like, we're gonna buy the best cold coins and hope the TikTokers or like the new people would come in and buy their bags. But once the TikTok meta happened, they didn't buy our bags. They just created their own coins and bought their own bags, and they just ran it up. So I remember it was like a Huz, Winter Arc, Rismus, all a DNA coin. Yeah, so like there was like a big like sentiment shift where it's like cold coins don't work anymore, and that evolved into like the Frank D God's daily runner meta, where you had to like buy a coin and it would just run up, and that got amplified even more post Trump.
Why do you call it the Frank D God daily meta?
Oh, yeah, because everybody was just copy trading Frank's wallet, because he would get like really good like inside information, or he would buy like the coin that was gonna run. So like he was the most consistent copy trade wallet.
Actually, it's still possible to use similar technique than Rico to find those coins. For that, I'm going to use Stockchain, which is also the sponsor of today's episode. Thank you, Stockchain. But you're going to know why Stockchain is going to be super important, because you can see all the top KOL that what they traded in the last 1 hour, 6 hour, or 24 hours. And why it's powerful? Because like that, you can have the tokens that still survive. If after 24 hours, they're still above 500k, they have a chance to run again. And then you can study deeper what is going on around it, because that's all the trencher that did the work of research for you. And where it becomes even more interesting is that with Stockchain, you can follow what the smart money is doing. You will see their accumulation in real time if you go into the legend plan, but you can also see what they've been accumulating in the last 24 hours, 3 days, 7 days. And for example, I can see that Bonk, Pengu, and WIF were the most accumulated recently. Memecoin as well. If I click on it, I will see the actual accumulation on each day. And of course, we're going to see about a chill house. And usually what happens is if the smart money is accumulating a token, then the token has a high chance to go up because the waves are holding. And look at that. On the 22, we see an accumulation. So we're on the 22 around here. And we more than double in market cap on the 23. That was just an example, but that's how easy it is with Stockchain. And we can see that actually smart money is accumulating chill house now. And then that's the same guys that were into Memecoin, just the one we saw before. They are shifting their portfolio to chill house. So probably something to look at. This is with Stockchain, and you can see all the holders and the KOL that are in it. For example, Mitch that he mentioned in the interview. Head over to stockchain.com and start to be the smart money, or at least follow what they do. Yeah.
So like if you knew like Frank was gonna buy,
the biggest audience. It has the biggest audience at that time as well. So it's like chances as you say, people were buying the coin that were put in front of their face. It was not about like doing research or whatever. So of course, like when TikTok happened, well, the TikToker, they're not gonna push a coin that they don't know. or it's hard to get. Like also, I think like honestly, I think it's the blame. I would put it also on the trenches because they are like really closed. And it's like imagine you start to come into some coin that are like not so welcoming, and then they will be like, oh yeah, no, you don't know shit, da 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 da. And then if you push down someone else or whatever, they're not gonna come into your game. I would say like it has to be welcoming. Yeah. And then a lot of the coins were not, and the trenches are not welcoming. I would say in general. And we saw the events when like Aiden. They went on live stream with Aiden and everyone dumped on his head, and I was like, yeah, I know you guys want to make money, but that's the dumbest thing ever, because you just killed someone that could have brought 1 million more people for you to buy all the other coins. So you made a little money now, but avoided to make big money later.
Yeah, 100%. So due to Solana just being like faster than Ethereum, you kind of like went from this game of like, hey, let's all work for your bags, like with the original pump fund coins, like with Bowden, with Michi, with Flog, with Billy, where it was like, we got to spread this around and reach as many people as possible and work together, to this more so like PvP coin where like there's only one winner. Like I must be the lion and everybody else has to be a small dog.
Yeah.
And that's why when the TikTokers came, they like lost $20, $100, $200 and left, because they just became the exit liquidity.
Yeah.
And that's what happened with like Chill Guy and all the other coins. And so they never had like a chance to like experience like working for their bags or anything like that. You know, they just became a small dog.
And is that the part that you prefer now, working for your bag?
Oh, of course. I feel like the essence of Chill House was to bring back that old game of working for your bags and try to like convince as much people to buy your coin as possible, you know, and like essentially to like create art.
What is working for your bag?
Well, just shit posting. So just unrelentlessly just shit posting your bags and trying to reach as much of an audience as possible, you know, whether it's through memes, through art. Like with Chill House, we have our own Spotify, you know, just the simple
Spotify?
Oh, yeah, we have our own Spotify.
For
Shout
what?
out Chill House Tunes.
A Chill House tune.
People love. Yeah, it's a play, because you know there's house music.
Yeah.
So it's all like, you know, chill house beats, you know, like the lo-fi beats, you know, like the girl like studying and stuff.
Yeah. Why don't you do that live on Pump Fun?
Oh, I want to do it soon. I just don't know how to set it up, and I've only been able to like do it recently because I just got the deployer wallet.
Yeah, we're gonna get in touch with that soon. We're gonna get in touch with that soon. I think that's interesting. But yeah, like same as you had the lo-fi music on YouTube, we're gonna have the channel, the lo-fi chill house on Pump Fun 24/7.
So
I would listen to it.
But yeah,
honestly, I would try to listen to it. It would be funny.
Oh, that was so nice. But yeah, I do miss like the art of like working for your bags, and I feel like that's the reason why people like appreciate Chill Off so much, because it went back to the old game. So I would like to describe like trenching as like Fortnite, where one person has to win, but also the old game of like Colt coins and like Murad style coin is more so like RuneScape, where people have to like, or like an MMO RPG, where like people have to work together in search for like a bigger goal.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's really interesting. That's explained why like a lot of the Fortnite people came on trenching, and that's when the game like already, as you say, Solana is faster than Ethereum in terms of transaction, and gas cost makes you like being more inclined to like go in and go out fast of a coin. But then when we all started to trade with trading bots, and then like it was even faster, and then you see, as soon as you see the new creation, you in, and then after there was also the multi-wallet, so it's like that became even more, and then even more like kind of like to make the people who are good at trenching win, kind of kill the rest of the game, where the money is not going to be the people who are trenching, like the top traders. They're not putting new money into the trenches, they extracting it. All right, that's how it is.
this happens with a lot of competitive video games actually, where like, you know, the first like it happened with Fortnite, it happened with like a lot of it happens with a lot of video games where like the first part of the game, like when people hop on for the first couple months, it's super fun, it's super good, but then all the sweats come in and make everything super competitive, and like no one, you know, when there's hella sweats, no one wants to play the game anymore. That's what happened with trenching like earlier this year.
That's interesting. Yeah, I talked to a friend who's into video games, a bit older than me, and he was saying that like so many games he doesn't play anymore, like first-person shooters or something like that. You could say like the level is just insanely high and it's just not fun anymore. It's like you don't get a chance.
Really hard too, because like you're dealing with real money. It's not like, you know, you're doing it for leisure. You know, it's like there's real consequences. You know, you die in the game, you die in real life.
Yeah. So it's like, did you take a break from trading then at this time, or what was happening?
Yeah. So what happened post Trump was this like weird liquidity suck where like the night when Trump coin launched, like every single meme coin sold off like 30, 40, 50% because everybody was selling their meme coin bags to buy Trump coin. And what happened was basically these Murat style cold coins basically became like not dead per se, but it wasn't the strategy anymore. It was like the only way to make money in the trenches right now was to, you know, buy the Daily Runner and like just copy trade Frank D Gods, which got people into, how do you say it, into this like stance of like impulsively buying each new ticker because you didn't know it was going to 10x or not. Like this is what happened with me, where like there was a lot of like Twitter badge hacks going on with like the NASA account and with a bunch of other coins. Yeah. And I remember I bought the NASA coin and I got rugged immediately on that. And then later that night, Vine launched and I thought it was a hack as well. So I faded it.
But it was not a hack.
I faded Vine at 2 mil.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was a hack because I got rugged on the NASA coin earlier that day. So I was like, fuck this shit. And, you know, I just see that. So basically the span from post Trump to pre Libra became this like very like toxic, impulsive environment where you just had to like, I felt like it was how do you say it? It just became pure gambling where you didn't know what was going to happen, you know? Yeah. And it also got the habit of like impulsively buying every single ticker, which led to like Libra, everybody buying Libra at the end of the day, and everybody just losing money from Hayden.
Yeah.
Because everybody got like attuned to like clicking the next thing, and everybody thought this was the next Trump, you know, because everybody had like PTSD from like missing Vine or like missing like Jelly or whatever from that like 3-week period.
That's true. It's like, it's kind of like also the like after Trump, the Melania was a lot more extractive as well. So I mean, Trump was extractive as much as Libra. It's just there was so many people and so much capital going in that there was.
The only difference was that. Sorry for interrupting, but the only difference between Trump and Libra is that people made money on Trump.
Yeah. People in the trenches, yeah. A lot of them round trip it though.
Yeah. That's true. So afterwards, I'm like, man, the trench. Well, after Libra, I'm like, okay, we just had this mass like lion event going on, right? So I'm like, okay, I think, and usually like after these like big catastrophic events in crypto, for example, like Lunar FTX, it usually takes around like 2 months.
Yeah.
For the market to recover. The market always recovers. You know, it's crypto. It never dies. It's like a cockroach. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a break. I'm just gonna chill at my house for a bit and see what happens like 2 months later. So I took a break. Meanwhile, while that happens, do you know who Islamic Jihad is?
Who?
Islamic Jihad. He's like the Aptos guy.
Oh no, I don't know.
Okay, so he's like the Aptos CTO guy. He's gonna CTO Aptos. So 2 days after Libra happened, he just runs up his account just from like ratioing people just by shitposting Aptos looking good here, and just like replying guy and like sideline onto everybody's posts, whoever doesn't disagree on Aptos. And I remember following him at like 300 followers, and then he just runs up to 12k followers, and it kind of like re-sparked my like, you know, not my visions, but like how like crypto used to be last cycle, where you would just constantly bull post your bags, you know, whether it was like Doge or SHIB, or like if you're like super crazy like XRP or Cardano. I was like, man, this was like and then he made me realize, like, man, bull posting is like a lost art, you know?
Interesting.
Because that's what it used to be before like trenching came out. You know, it was just bull post after bull post. You know, we're gonna get whiff to the, we're gonna get a whiff on the spear, Billy to Billy. You know,
yeah,
Shiba to the moon, Doge to $1, Doge on the Mars. You know, all these old catchphrases.
Don't talk about the sphere, man.
Yeah. So
it's like for people who don't know the story, but like someone promised that they're gonna put whiff on the sphere, collected money that could pay for it, and they never did it. Just keep the money for themselves. So it is a trauma in the trenches for those people.
Yes,
they get the money. But that's true. That was like more creative marketing. There was like for me, it reminds me a little bit like improv. Like, like you start with a little thread of thoughts and ideas, and then you build a whole story, and then the more people bull post, the more it get better, the more it get interesting, it get funnier. So there was a lot of memes like that. Like Chill House is one of them. Like it was just, at some point it flipped house coin, so that was just even funnier. It's like and then I saw on Twitter, like on X now, the bull posting was relentless. It was consistent. So why did you choose why did you choose to push Chill House? Did you launch it?
Chill House. So it was a group effort for me and Fapital. Do you know who Fapital is?
Yeah,
he talks about the housing market. So I'm in his group chat, and 0x Racist on Twitter, Tony. He's actually the one who created the picture of Chill House. So this was in April, right? So we kind of had a couple runners that involved the new like ChatGPT image creation. So with like the Ghibli coin, and then there was also action figure, right? So in my mind, I knew like the next runner was gonna be like something that you can do with like ChatGPT image creation. So I saw that. I remember the day Tony posted the picture, and I didn't really think that much of it, even though like I am kind of like the dev of it. So I didn't think that much of it. I was like, oh, it's whatever. It's just it's just a picture poking fun of all like the derivative nature of like trenching, because usually when you trench, there's a runner, and say the coin goes to like 20, 30, 40 mil, there's always going to be derivative plays on that said coin, which 90% of the time they're always like super bundled by 80%.
Yeah, derivative to explain is if there is a coin, for example, there was chill guy and there will be a chill girl. And then after they're gonna be chill dad, chill mom, chill family, and then it goes down and down and down and down until like it runs to 30K market cap. So it's like that was kind of like always the vamp, because I think it's what you talked about. Is like people wanted to click on the new one, and also the thrill. Like when you're trenching fast, it's like, oh yeah, I gotta be on that, because buying and holding was becoming more and more complicated to do. So you saw that picture. How did you get into that chat group? Because they are quite influential, and then you didn't have at that time quite an audience.
Yeah, so I've been knowing Fapital since he had like 1,000 followers. I remember he wasn't Fapital. He was actually Luke Belmar parody account at the time. So we became close during TikTok meta out of all metas, because I would consider Fapital Club as like it's mostly Zoomers. It's mostly like people like our age, like early mid-20s. But we're not like the type, so that's kind of like what separates us,
You know what?
Because all of my other Zoomer friends are like super trencher. They love looking at like Axiom and everything. They love to click the buttons.
Oh, so you mean the Fapital? You're not in the Fapital Club. You're not.
I am in the Fapital Club.
Yeah, but you say you're not trenching. That's what you say?
Yeah, we're not trenching. We're more so like we like to buy and hold coins.
Okay. Oh yeah, because the Luke Belmar is Capital Club. He's paid group or some shit like that.
Yeah, something like that. So in Fapital Club, we kind of spawned. So Fapital kind of spawned Fapital. Not Fapital Coin, but House Coin kind of spawned out of Fapital himself, because he would talk a lot about the housing market. Yeah, and then from that, Neat popped up as well, not in employment, education, or trading. So all these like runners came out of Fapital Club.
Got it.
So a couple days later, after I'm gonna explain the origin of how Chill House spawned eventually. So while in Fapital Club, I think it was Volk who first posted the picture of the Chill House, and we thought it was so funny because this was like right after. This was like a couple days after Chill House peaked. No, not Chill House, but Housecoin peaked at like 120. So everybody was like kind of looking for like a beta play. So I remember like at the Pico top of like Housecoin, there was like Villa Coin, Apartment Coin, all sorts of coins. So naturally, Chill House was supposed to like come up, you know? And then I think I remember Volk posted it, and then Lukey did. And then we just thought it was like the funniest. Well, I thought it was the funniest thing ever. You know, after I'm like, oh, this shit's so retarded that it's gonna run, you know? And then since I was fucking around with ChatGPT because I bought like the $20 subscription, I was like, hold up, guys, let me make this chill.
Flexing.
So I went on ChatGPT and I typed in, hey, can you add chill? Can you add sunglasses to this guy? And I did, and I was like, hey guys, look, Chiller House. And then it was like, and then who was it? I think it was Lumu or something like that. No, I think it was Squid. He was like, you should add a geek bar and some chrome hearts to it. I'm like, bet. And then I was like, guys, look, Chillest House. And then everyone was like, damn, he chill as fuck. I didn't know he was chill like that. And then once like I started like thinking about Chill House, I'm like, holy shit, I'm just chilling in my house.
Yeah.
I'm chilling in my house right now. So like it was just like I felt like I caught lightning in a bottle. And we all like wanted to push it, right? Because it was just too funny not like to post it, right? So, oh my goodness. So the next day we like posted it and ran up to 5 mil like instantly. It was crazy.
Who launched it?
From So it was so Lukey launched it, Capital posted it, Tony made the picture, Tunt made the banner of the Chill Guy plus Housecoin, and then Evening paid for Dex. So it was all a group effort by Fapital Club. Like everybody had a little part in it.
Okay. So why? Because it was CTO recently. So CTO
Yes.
community takeover. So now you have the control of the developer wallet. To explain, it's like when you create a meme coin, if there's a lot of trades going on your meme coin, you get paid a part of the volume that is happening on this meme coin. And that can be quite lucrative. So that's incentivized to launch some meme coins and then reward the creators of it. I remember the first time I saw Chill House, and it was posted by Casino, I think, which is rare because Casino doesn't normally push any kind of coin or whatsoever. He's more like a rapid trencher. And let me try to find the post because I was like, oh, and that was funny. The thing is like, it's stupid, but meme coin, if you laugh, you should be buying. Like it's just like you should be buying. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna find it. He's posting too much. What was the launch date of Chill House?
So I think Tony posted the picture April 26th or 28th.
Okay.
But
there you go.
It was at 8K for a while up until I think May 2nd.
This one. This is the post that I saw. And I was like, oh, that's funny. Morphers will look at this and be like, yeah, this one is going to millions. And then they see just the house guy.
So here's the thing. So every time there's like a runner, there's always a Chill Guy derivative. So like so this is the one for Housecoin, right? And then I remember, every single runner after Chill Guy came out has always had a Chill Guy version. So I remember there was like a Vine guy, there was like a Please guy, morning routine guy. So like if you're like deep trenching, you just know like there's always like a Chill Guy version of like a main runner that's happening.
Yeah,
it's always like a common inside joke within the trenches.
And then after Chill House happened.
So, but yeah. Funny. I don't know, but like Chill House struck a chord in me because I was just like I was kind of depressed at the time because like I came back after 2 months of like not trenching to see if like the market finally recovered, but it just felt even worse where like all my trencher friends were still like PvPing other FNF groups for like 2 or 3 Solana. No one was making money. Well, people were making money just like hand over fists, just doing like psychological trench warfare against the other FNF groups. So like in my mind, I was just like, this is like the most. When I saw Chill House, I was like, this is the most anti-trencher coin to ever exist. It's a double derivative of Chill Guy and House Coin. So in my head, like when I made the Twitter, I'm just gonna like just say fuck you to all the trenchers to like, because I've changed my stance on trenching. I think it's really fun, but there is like, I feel like people need to understand, like someone else's win is another else's loss. Someone has to buy the top of like each coin, and I feel like a lot of new people that are coming in don't expect that. They still think it's like, because a lot of new people still think it's like Dogecoin, where it's like you buy the coin and hold, and not this like new game of like trenching essentially.
Yeah.
So
you can see the more a coin run, the more you see bag orders, which is just people who bought and then not gonna bother to sell.
So when I made the Twitter, I just wanted like Chill House to be like the ultimate form of like rage bait towards like to what like crypto has devolved into this like, well, from like meme coins to like the space in general, and I just wanted to like vent about it and just be funny with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then also when I made the Twitter, it was also like a test to myself to see like, okay, I'm the dev now. Let's see what I can do. Because with a lot of coins, like when you're like making a community, there's always a lot of like small pitfalls, to like everything, especially on the first like 2 or 3 days. Those are always the hardest, because you need to like, because that's where like the most people like cheat the most, because the people buying the coins instantly are going to sell instantly. So a lot of the in jokes from the beginning of like Chill House. Do you know about the TGs and the TG joke?
No, I don't know what it is.
So one of the main jokes on Chill House is when people ask if we have a Telegram, right? I just reply like, oh yeah, we have a Telegram. It's just the link to the Telegram is pinned to the Telegram. So because when you make a meme coin, you get a bunch of like third worlders like, oh, you guys got Telegram? You guys got Telegram? Like what's I've been trenching for so long where like the Telegram always becomes like a cesspool of like people just like, bro, why is the coin down?
Yeah, exactly. No one asks you why the coin is up.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I know like if I make a TG, like it's just gonna become like a cesspool. So I'm just gonna like I'm just gonna like shit post about it and be like, and tell like, yeah, we have a TG. It's just pinned in the TG, So a lot of Chill House was just like a stress test to like figure out like how to avoid these common like meme coin pitfalls that a lot of meme coins fall into, of like for me trenching and trying to find like a good like whole community.
Yeah, that's so funny.
And like,
then what did you do during those 2 months of breaks? Actually, you took 2 months break.
Dude, I did not take a single day off for the first 2 weeks before I got my first delegate Remus. I was doing like at least he's at Remus and Mars on Twitter.
Okay.
So I was shit posting. I kid you not, nonstop for 18 hours straight, like at least like 100, like 200 posts a day, like on the Chill House account. Of just me, like pure. Well, I wouldn't say
but
just
before Chill House, you say you took a break for 2 months from trenching and everything. What did you do during those 2 months?
So I went to. I mostly just traveled. So I went to ETH Denver again. I went to Mexico to see some of my family, and then going back, I did a thing for Aptos. So Islamic Jihad fucking sent me to Vegas so I can put Aptos on the spear. So I was just traveling for the entirety of March. And then I came back into trenching somewhat at the end of March, early April. But I was mostly just fucking around with ChatGPT. So like during like Ghibliification, I was just making my own pictures.
Yeah.
And just waiting for like a runner to happen. But it just never happened. Like almost all the takers were kind of dog shit.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of incentivized me to like create a Twitter for Chill House. Because like the market was dead. I have no risk whatsoever. Might as well just do it, because there's nothing else I can invest in right now. So might as well create a coin that I would want to like buy into. That was my thought process.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Awesome. So fast forward, we are with Chill House. We have a communities like when it's been the grind nonstop. posting souls on Chill House, and it was so funny because like I would see like all the posts, and then the price goes down, and I was like, I know there's gonna be something to happen, and then bam, it goes back up because it's just like it's relentless. And I saw
Oh
some
yeah.
coins that tried to do that. I was into Watchcoin back then, which was derivative of Housecoin and everything, and I was making fun of the Tony was in it as well. Also, I think
Yes.
because it was making fun of the watch market, and then it topped probably at 5 or 7 million, something like that, I think. And then of course, like people stopped posting about it. It's like it didn't like go further. And I think like it still could have like potential when you think about content wise. And I think I hope where meme coins will go more, where that's like what you guys did. And then it could have been like you do some YouTube videos, crazy YouTube videos about like some watch, and then you just change, and then it's like, oh yeah, but instead I could just buy some watch coin, it would be way better. So it's like all the content around that's going to bring new eyes and people that can actually be part of the joke and spread the joke more than anything else. Because like the problem is like trenching, and a lot of people that are big on YouTube and stuff like that like made fun of people bag working, and then it's like, yeah, you're stupid for bag working, but it's like they don't realize that a bag work is that what created meme coins is.
Yes.
That's the origin of it. And then after
You
it
gotta
was
think
like,
about
I'm
it.
gonna
Like even
extract
with
it.
like Bitcoin, like Bitcoin would have never gone to like 100K if it wasn't for people on the Bitcoin forums bag working for their bags.
Yeah. And putting it everywhere,
bag
putting in
working-
like some people were putting it early in some movies. They were like, there's like, it was just stuff everywhere, all the time. And then Bitcoin
like-
is a meme coin. Is an agreement that, okay, we like this as a store of value. And then that's what it is for the rest of it. It's like it's up to us to run it. So I don't know where it will go for the cleaning of the space, or like how it will change. And I'm not gonna say like I've been trenching past as well. I like it. It's a lot of like but I like it when I do with friends. Like I don't like it to do it by myself. It's not funny. But when I see some stuff, and then I love when I see a good one. The last one that I saw was Mask, the cat with a mask. And it's like when I saw everyone changing their profile picture to that, I was like, oh, we have something. And then it went up to 35, I think. And then it didn't even buy early. I was after a few $1 million market cap, 1, 2, 5. I don't remember exactly. Anyways, we're not here to talk about myself.
good.
So
that's the guy whose channel's name is Handsome Finance.
It was so funny. Before we started the interview, he's like, when did you change your name of the channel to Handsome Finance? It's always Handsome Finance. I get some comment of people who say it should not be Handsome Finance. I don't know if that refrains people, because like English is not my first language. So for me, it's like I don't have the same attachment to the strongness of some words. And handsome is not only for the looking. Handsome is like something that is good, something that is
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
yeah,
So
but
it's more
people
so
they
like-
always associate it, and I was anyways. I'm talking about myself. I want to know how much you guys made with Chill House with creator fees. So with just the
So-
revenue from transactions.
Okay, so so for the first week of Chill House, so from the original run up from 8K to 5 mil, there was no creator rewards. So it was on Pump AMM, but I would say for the first 10 days, creator rewards didn't exist. So no one got creator rewards before then. And it was up until I would say like May 10th, May 12th. That's when creator rewards started kicking in. But Chill House was consolidating for like 1 to 2 mil for like over a month. So creator rewards weren't really an issue with the original like deployer wallet guy. So it was whatever, and also
But
originally,
you know the deployer,
yeah.
so you could access the funds anyways now.
Well, so here's what happened. So like we wanted to do plushies and we wanted to do a lot of things with creator rewards, but this motherfucker would not give us a single cent. you know? Like,
Oh,
not a single cent. So we wanted to do plushies. We wanted to get verified for the moonshot listing as well. Everything. So we had to pay out of our own pockets, which, in my opinion, should have gotten paid for with creator fees, because I think that's why the creator rewards were implemented in the first place, so you can have more sustaining coins. You know.
yeah. Why you
But yeah,
didn't
he
want it
would
to
just.
give any money? I don't understand.
I don't know, man. It was like he was just retarded. Like, because if he would have just gave us the funds, he could have kept the creator rewards. You know, because like, why wouldn't you give away some money to make more money? You know?
Yeah, but that's the trenches mindset. Anyways,
Yeah.
how much was that on that? How much did he took then?
So it got up to 75 grand.
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah, that's a
That's
good
something.
amount.
Yeah.
So I don't really like talking about it much. You know, it happens. It happens. You can't really control it.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
Go
yeah,
forward.
it's yeah, it's yeah. He got away with 75 grand, but it's okay. I got the rewards now, so I'm like not too tripping.
So
And
now,
also,
how much did
for
you
me,
have?
it was never really.
It's recent. The rewards. How much did you made with the rewards so far?
So I got it on Friday, so it's been 5 days. I've been making around like a good like 700, $800 a day from creator rewards
That's
at
good.
this 11 million market cap.
That's good.
But I was never really like worried about the career rewards, because I never really made chill outs for the money, because like if I did do it for the money, I would have just like sold my entire bag at 5-10 mil and then
Yeah.
just moved on to the next one. But I don't know, I just saw something really special in Chill House, where it's like a parody and like a reflection of the current state of the trenches of Solana itself, where
Mm.
you have like all these like derivatives, people fighting, people like scamming every day. And I just want to like bull post my bags into like infinity, if that makes sense. I just
Mm.
wanted to bring back this old art of bull posting and just working together for bags, and also making fun of like trenches in the first place. And also, I just wanted to push the space forward, because we've been in this long lull of like deep trenching where people like hold for like 4 seconds. I felt like there was so much opportunity to go back to this old way, and like with these new like recent inventions with like Twitter communities replacing telegrams, and like with ChatGPT image creation, you can do so much now with like cold coins. And I just wanted to push the space even further. Like I just wanted to like make meme coins great again, essentially. And I noticed that in the trenches, like all the coins that have been like running recently, like with Poop Aura or with Tobaku, the spirit of gambling, I feel like they all stem from like Chill House, where you can like create these own characters and like have everybody the new version of the PFPs. Because I remember, with the cat with mask or like dog with hat, it was just like the dog itself photoshopped with with a hat or whatever. But now with ChatGPT, you can make anything, like a profile picture in like seconds of like your own unique like Chill House or Poop Aura or like any other coin. So I just saw that. I originally saw that with like the Ghibli coins. Like, dude, you can do anything now with like this new like tech with AI, and I wanted to take full advantage of that with Chill House.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And what are you gonna do with the money collected with the creator fees?
So I do want to do more things. Mostly right now, I've just been recouping the cost of like my own expenses. So I paid for a bridge to Ethereum, and also I've been paying a lot of like other people. So right now I'm just recouping my bags, but I do want to like reinvest into it. So I do want to like eventually like make plushies and everything like that. And also I do want to hire like more artists as well for
Mm.
Chill House. I want to put them in like video games. So like I want to like put him in like Mario Kart or something, like mod him in there, or like in Skyrim. I think that would be so cool.
That's interesting. How much do you pay for bridge for Ethereum? So it's to be able
Um,
to buy and sell Chill House on Ethereum.
I would like to keep that undisclosed, just because the person I paid, wants to keep it private. But it was
Okay.
a good amount.
Okay, but what's the purpose? Like, what people can use it
So
for?
so I decided to bridge on Ethereum just as like a hedge, just in case. Because right now there's a lot of like trench war. No, I'm not trench warfare, but the launchpad wars with Bonk and like Believe app and like Moonshot and like Jupiter. In my
Yeah.
in my opinion, if like like I feel like there's a scenario where since there's so many launch pads, say there's like a new coin that comes out, there's gonna be like 5 different versions of the coin. For example, like when like Elon Musk does a tweet and there's like 20 versions of the same ticker. I feel like that could happen if there isn't enough liquidity to support all these launch pads. And also, in my opinion, ETH does look good here. Like when I originally bought the bridge, ETH was at like 2,800, and now it's like almost at 4K. So, like in my opinion, I saw like just in case we get like another on-chain season on ETH, I'm able to like get some more money into Chill House, because there's gonna be a lot of ETH whales that want to like
Chill House.
It's the one on Uniswap. So this one right here. Not the base one, but the wait a minute.
Uniswap.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, so what is this one? A fake one?
Yeah, that's a honeypot.
Yeah, probably 2.7.
Yeah.
8 days ago. That's pretty fresh. So the price is at 0.1668 here. A little bit more than on okay. It's pretty much the same.
You can arbitrage if you want to.
How many investors did it bring? Holders?
It's still pretty new. I still want to push it. So I just been so busy with other things. But I do want to like push to like more ETH communities. So like, like people who hold Mobcoin or Miladies or SPX or whatever. I do want to push that on Ethereum just because I feel like the trenches are kind of like not an isolated part of Twitter, but there's different parts of crypto Twitter and you don't really see it that much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I see it as a way to like branch out and everything.
So stupid.
Well, you should check out the website. Check out the website.
Layer 0. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So this is the Chill Bridge website.
Not
so
bad.
You can bridge your Chill tokens from Solana to Ethereum. It's pretty chill, huh?
Yeah, I like it. You're one of the first meme coin to do that?
I don't think so. So I think Market Dominance and CryptoCoin have bridged to Ethereum first.
Which one you talk about?
They get all the credit. Market Dominance, ticker MD.
I don't even know that one.
Oh, this is a good coin. They're also like the bag workers, They've been working longer. They've been out since like November, I think.
Oh yeah, went to
and they've just been working their bags nonstop since November.
It feels like SPX.
Shout out Market Dominance. Yeah.
Well, let's not try to chill your bag here, please. Come.
I don't know any. I think it's just a cool coin.
How much did you make from just trading and buying and selling Chill House?
So I actually owned 1.1% before I owned the Twitter, and I round tripped really badly. And then I sold at Pico bottom at like 160K. Like I sold the dead bottom, and then went back to like 200. And I was like, I just got so much FOMO that I bought back in, and I didn't really make that much. Like I think on my Axiom P&L, since I only made like in total, I made like 17-18 grand on Chill House.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really mind just because of all the connections I've made from deving the account. In terms of like money, it's like who cares when like I have so much more like social capital. Like I'm on a podcast with you right now.
You kind of made it, I would say.
Yeah, with the handsome finance.
Yeah, I don't know if it gets any better than that, honestly.
I think this is a Pico top for me right now, dude. I think it's all downhill from here, dude.
I mean, what's next? Like maybe Joe Rogan, but still arguably might not be bigger. But hey, man, like when you're gonna pop out in the Telegram chat, man, they're gonna be handsome, wow.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. And then that's actually what like you led me perfectly to the one of the last question I had is like, how did it change to be in contact with all those influencers, KOL, people in the space? You might have been in contact with the Pump Fund team. Like talk a little bit more about like what the social capital changed for you.
Oh, well, ever since I like started deving like the Chill House account on Twitter, I've never really saw it as like to like extract or to make the bag. I always saw it as like I scratch your back, you scratch mines. So my mindset coming into it was like I
Okay.
don't really care how much money I made. It's more so like if I'm able to make, you know, it's like either I can make myself money or I can make 100 people, I can make 100 people money, and those 100 people, if they're willing, just as like a thank you, I'll probably make more from that.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how
Yeah.
I always saw it,
And
and I
also,
feel like
it's
it's paying
just
off
being
right
nice. It's like if a friend has a restaurant and then you say to other people, "Oh yeah, that restaurant is good." It's okay. You're not gonna win anything, but your friend is gonna be doing good. I soft chill or backward sometimes some stuff that I don't even have in my wallet, just because it's
now.
like, yeah, it's still funny. It's-
Yeah, but in my opinion, I think kindness like goes a long way in crypto, especially how like with how like ruthless everything gets. If you're willing to like, reply to somebody's DM who only has like 200 followers, or willing to like, I wouldn't say shill a coin, but like to support like another project. Because like with Chill House, at first I was very like against like supporting like other projects, especially like derivatives. But now, like, I repost all the time just out of like they're just working hard for their bags, like so like I support like a whole bunch of other coins because I feel like we should like stray away from like everybody's an enemy. You're supposed to take everybody's money and into this like system of we should like support each other and try to like keep as much wealth as possible on chain.
yeah,
And that's how I
I
see it. And people love it. Some of the most like liked post on Chill House is like Chill House, like a Chill Houseified version of a different meme coin because it supports everyone. Where new people from this community sees this other coin and then they just buy more. It doesn't have to be like in order to
yeah.
buy this coin you have to sell another.
As they say, right? I don't know exactly, but has the tide rise, all the boats rise?
Yes,
Rises,
uh,
something like that.
high tide lifts all boats.
There we go. I think yeah, that's the way it should be. And then, do you think we're gonna get back to that at some point?
Oh, I think we already have like looking with like the more recent meme coins, they've been more
Yeah,
so like back to like you change your profile pic to your favorite meme coin and everything like that. More longer term holds because I feel like in my opinion like most normies don't have time to like trench 24 hours. They have like lives, they have families, they have jobs. So I think this is a lot like the old way of bat working is a lot more
yeah,
sustainable than
yeah,
trenching. I'm not saying trenching should go away. I think trenching is a much needed part of the ecosystem because without trenching, no coins can go up to like 1 or 2 mil. You
that's true.
need people to like take risks to buy these like coins at like 30K, 20K market cap and send them up to 1 mil. And
Mm.
then after that, that's when the cults form.
Where do you see
At the first
the space in the next 6 months?
6 months, I think the future is very bright for crypto. I think its darkest days are over for now. But I'm not saying, but also I think we're gonna have a lot bigger challenges ahead once we scale up. Especially, I'm very more worried about like hacks and everything as well, because with crypto, if everybody has a wallet, everybody's to like hack your accounts and like post a CA, especially if you're like a public figure. Because I remember like during like back in like after Trump, I remember like the president of Paraguay got like hacked and they posted a CA and trenchers are gonna trench anything. So I'm more worried that's my biggest concern is just with like security, everything like that. So so I always recommend keep everything on a ledger, have like a YubiKey for everything.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think how do you say it? I think the future looks very bright for crypto and for meme coins especially because I see meme coins as not like as like a gambling thing. I see it as a like asset class. Instead of like owning Disney stock, you get to now own Mickey Mouse.
mm. Would you
And I think it's
invest in
pretty
Mickey
chill.
Mouse?
Of course.
When are we
Well,
going to see a cartoon with Chill House?
soon we have a couple actually. We have this anime vid. I can send you it right now. Someone made like an entire like anime intro of Chill House, and he has like a sword and everything, and like Newsy Johnson and like Alon's in it and everything.
That's funny.
But the thing about like with meme coins is that you don't have to like ask permission for like IP rights or anything. You just buy the coin, and if you want to make a TV show, you know, you can just do it. You know, there's no like IP. Like I don't I don't own Chill House. You know, it's like I don't have a copyright. We actually have I think it's called like a VPL license. It's what the mid ladies use, so anybody can like profit off a Chill House. I think that's what's the most like coolest part of it. You know, like no one owns it. It's a meme. You know, everybody owns the meme.
Yeah, so anyone could launch merch or whatever about it. Like it's
Yeah, and I completely support it, because if you launch merch and make money off of it, you're just only spraying the awareness of Chill House, and thus, you know, the value of it goes up.
Yeah, that's interesting. Hopefully, yeah, I think that's a really good example. Any 1 or 2 3 tips you would give to people for bag working?
For backworking, so I honestly say, if you're like, just stay delusional, because you know, if you have the drive to keep on posting even when it's at 80% drawdown, there's something in your mind telling you that you know it's gonna work. You know, because why would you do something that's not gonna work? You know, and
Yes.
second word of advice is to just talk to everybody on Twitter. Like everybody is out there, you know, because the most money I've made off like CT was not trenching alone. It's always been when I'm in a group chat with somebody, you know. And also like trenching alone is so like depressing. Like, you know, like you're just alone on a screen. You imagine you lose like $200, you just feel like shit. But like when you're like with a group, you just feel so much better about everything, because you're you know, like as long as you're like hanging out with friends, you feel better. And no matter what, like with one person, you just have one mind. But with in a group chat with like 10 people, you're always throwing ideas around, you know?
Yeah, I like
So
it.
like
It's
the
like
best idea like comes out.
losing is depressing, so better to lose together.
Yeah, no, it's way better, because you guys have memories, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. There's some good memories. I love it. This is the beauty of it. And beauty of it. And you can do a 10-second speech about like why people should buy Chill House now, and we're gonna wrap this up.
We're gonna flip Ethereum Classic. So we're gonna flip Chill Guy. We're gonna flip
Who
House
knows
Coin.
about Ethereum Classic, man?
We're gonna flip the Leave app. We're gonna believe the Pump Fund token, and the final boss is Ethereum Classic and Cardano, dude.
Oh yeah. Oh, let's do this. Guys, thank
Chill
you,
House
man.
is
Like
the future of finance.
I'm just gonna call you Chill House Dev, or should we say your name? Or the
No, I'm Rico, so you can tag me. So Rico Rosas is my Twitter, my X, whatever you
Rico
want. You can follow me there.
Hispanic
Yeah.
origins, huh?
Yes, I'm a Mexican.
Ah, si el dev es mexicano. Ok, sin
I'm
problema.
Mexicano.
Mexicano.
Sí.
Okay. Well, thank you, man. Really appreciate the time you spent sharing all this. It's awesome information, honestly. Like it was a delight to have you.
Thank you.